Hey guys, welcome back to Globetrotter Gaming. Today we'll be moving on to part 2 of our rebuild on MLB The Show 25. So for those who watched part 1, I took over as the White Sox on this game, just because they were the worst team in the game. This is going off of their record where they were, 41 and 121. Worst season in MLB history, and my goal is to really eventually build them into quite a powerhouse team. And I improved by 2 games last year. They went 43 and 119, so small steps, but that's the fun of it. I'm really trying to build them into an eventual powerhouse. And I kind of left the last episode with a cliffhanger indicating that going into the offseason I was going to relocate them, and so let's get started. And I'd like to introduce you to the Nashville Stars. So the Stars have been proposed as an idea for either an expansion or a relocation team for quite a while now. The Nashville Stars historically were one of the big Negro League teams, so they really have kind of an important place in the history of Nashville, and I believe if they ever do a relocation or expansion, the rights were already secured for that team, so I figured we might as well give Nashville the team that they want. Just give me a little look through the uniform here. And then switch over to the away uniform as well, so you can get a good view of that. So yeah, I'm not really going to play this season also, but I do at least want to kind of start the first home game just so you can get a look at the stadium. I kind of edited one I found online, I named it Music City Stadium, so at least I want to just give you a little overview of that. But again, this season I'm really not going to try to do anything big. I'm going to sim through it again and try to build up some prospects. Season 3 is when I'm going to really start trying to play the game and try to build up a team then. So this season's probably going to be terrible, but that's why we're simming through it. And I'm actually even going to put some of these contracts up on the settings here. I don't want to do anything with contracts. I'm just going to have everything done auto for now. After this season is when I'm going to really start digging into these and trying to, I'm going to start digging into these and trying to, work on the team and everything and make it as good as possible. Right now, I don't care too much just because I'm still trying to tank but build up the farm system. So let's get this applied. Let's just see if any of these big ones here. So Joey Gallo is pretty good right now. I'm going to try to re-sign with like a short deal. He's not going to want more than... You know what? I'm going to do 5 years, and if I don't want to hang out, I can trade him here. 5 years, 9 mil. That's totally acceptable there. You know what? Let's try to do a few of these guys. I don't want to do that expensive of a qualifying offer, but I could use Slater for another year or two. I think I have a big right field prospect just while he's developing a bit more. Yeah, 1 year, 2.5 sounds perfect. Mike Clevenger, he's okay as a reliever. 2 years, 2.2 sounds good. I'm also probably going to look to do next to no free agent deals, maybe 1 or 2, just because I'm hoping to bank that to get some big deals for the next year. The one thing I'll say, though, is with the new free agent style they have on this version of MLB The Show, it's actually really hard to get free agents if your team isn't good. I've tried doing this once or twice without making these videos, and I wasn't able to get any free agents, even with offering them pretty good contracts. So I think it might be a little bit of a challenge until we start to become a good team. Let's see. Clevenger I offered. Martin Perez, might as well offer him like a short one here. 1 year, 1.7. I think that's good for now. After this season, I think actually Will Venable's contract's up. I'm gonna try to wipe my coaching staff and try to get brand new staff and everything. Let's just see, pitching coach. Let's see if I can do this guy. At least I'm gonna get rid of I'm gonna get a new manager here. But I don't know about the rest of the staff. We'll see how that goes. But let's do, 3 years, $4 million for pitching. And then third base, I don't know, let's offer this guy 3 years, 3.5. One thing I found that's also kind of hard to get coaches there. You have to keep really offer them a lot. Otherwise, they keep going to other teams, which you'll probably see down the road. Alright, let's go sim ahead to free agency. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Literally, it hasn't even simmed yet, and was that the pitching coach already accepted the offer? Okay, let's see. I don't want to offer a whole lot, but let's just offer this guy, see if we can beat out. Oh, no, actually, sorry, this is the guy I offered. I got it mixed up there, though. Johnny Watson guy. It's third base that offered the Astros position. Brian Woodson, let's just offer him like 3 years, 3.7 mil. I don't want to break the bank on coaches, but, might as well get some good ones. Okay, cool. So we got the third base coach there. And the pitching coach is not okay then. Let's try to get a different one. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You know, let's do Anthony Iapoche. I don't know how to say that. He wants $1.3 million a year for 2 to 4 years. We'll beat that by a little bit. Again, I think having a good pitching coach would be important just because I don't really have... I mean, I don't have anything good on this team. It showed at the end of the last one, I was like ranked either last or second last in nearly every category, but hey, there's the fun of the rebuild. Alright. I don't care about the qualifying offers. Okay, so data offer contracts to free agents. I'm just gonna go look, see if I can find like some low-level ones. I'm gonna offer like 1 or 2. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time just because I'm really trying to bank them for later. But some of these ones, I do want to try to do... let's see. I'm just going to offer... No, actually, make an offer. Nah, none of these guys are really... It was Vaughn. I'm trying to remember if Vaughn's the big guy that I... Oh no, Vaughn's the guy that was traded to the Brewers, so this guy sucked on the White Sox. In real life, he got traded to the Brewers. It was kind of just like a get-rid-of-him deal, and he's been the same with the Brewers. So if this was how he actually has been with the Brewers, I would definitely offer him a mega contract, but the guy in the game and the guy on the Brewers are not the same. So, you know what? I don't really care about any of these guys. Like, no one that's really worth hanging on to. Courage. You know what? This guy's got a B potential, 71 overall. I'm gonna offer it to him. So offer arbitration for 1.9. At least that way I'm tendering something. Same with Bobby Dahlbeck. Might as well offer that. I feel like Dahlbeck's one of the ones I think I picked up on a trade there. Otherwise, none of these seem too important. I could use some relievers might be important, so let's do that. I know I keep thinking back everything there, but I have 2 decent catchers there, so I'm okay without offering that. I think we're good there. Tender contracts. These will all eventually go back, but let's just renew their contracts. I think it'll automatically do this just with putting the contracts on auto, but the top guys at least like to do that. Like Kyle Teal is one of the big ones. These are the guys that are pre-arbitration, where basically we're just like, well, are you going to stay with the team or not? Like Dalton Rushing's the big one. You know, Dalton Rushing is the guy I think is going to be the future of the team. I'm going to see if I can lock him down to a long-term deal. Essentially do what the White Sox tried doing that completely bit him in the face, but, you know, he does not want to do a long-term deal. I don't want to do 3 years because I can keep him under control for longer. Let's just offer him... See if I can do, like... yeah, 5... Can I do, like, 8 years? See if he's not going to do 8 years. Let's see if I can lock him down 5 years for... 5 years, let's do that. Okay. No, anyone else that's got an A potential that's worth locking up now? Again, a lot of these are just going to be auto-renewed anyway, but he's the guy that I think could be the future catcher of the team. He's the guy that I traded, I think, Luis Robert from, I want to say, the Dodgers. Andrew Painter, I do want to renew his contract. Jonathan Cannon, let's do that. I don't really need to go through this, I've said that like 5 times, but Dalton Rushing is the one I really want to keep. See if there's any other 8 potential ones down here. Dominic Fletcher's another big one I think I traded for, but... I gotta make notes of these, I forget who I got. Alright, I think we're good there. Let's just take a look at free agency. I'm not even going to go for anyone big. Like Kyle Tucker. Again, I'm a huge Cubs fan. Tucker was going to be the #1 free agent, but the way he's played lately, he's been in a huge slump so far. So, I mean, I hope he turns it around. I hope he makes $300 or $600 million of a contract, but if he doesn't turn around, he's not getting anything. I mean, he'll get something, obviously, but... See if, like, any of these are worth. I'm, like, down at the bottom here. Let's see if I can find someone that's a good, like, 80, like, overall. I mean, Max Kepler left. You know, let's see if I can get him for something. I'm not going to go for any of these top guys, but I can find a few, like, mid-tier ones. I think that'll be big. Let's try Kiner Falefa, too. See if I can get a good pitcher. Like, mid-tier 80. Aaron Savali. He actually went to the White Sox. I think or wait. I'm trying to remember where he went. No, I'm thinking of a guy in the Brewers that went to the White Sox. Savali, I think, is in the Brewers now. Let's offer him too. Again, I'm not the White Sox anymore, I'm the Stars, but... So the way it is this is similar to how it was for, when you drafted the players. Similar thing, but it's basically you keep them in there in priority of how you want them, and then over time it'll be like what the percentage likelihood they're going to sign with your team is. You can then offer a contract to try to increase or decrease that. And then it's like every 5 days or something you have an opportunity. So let's skip ahead. It's going to do a few days, then it's going to be like, well, here's the day to sign free agents. Oh, cool. Okay, pitching coach is settled, so we got the staff down. Alright, so yeah, today's the day to offer contracts. So let's go back, see if they're interested at all. So Kepler's looking good, these guys are not. He's got a 55% motivation, so I could offer him a contract if it's over 50, but I want to give it a little bit more, because as you keep him at priority 1, that's going to increase, and then hopefully it'll increase your chances there. Savali I want to leave. Actually, I'm going to move him to priority 2. If Kiner-Falefa doesn't go higher, then I might just replace him with someone who might be more likely. Let's just lock these in, skip ahead a little more. I know I said I wasn't going to do anything with contract, but if I can just find a few mid guys I can sign for cheap, that sounds ideal. The Reds signed Devin Williams. Alright, let's see how this is looking. Gary Sanchez. Nah, I don't really need a catcher because I have some good prospects. 59%. He's at 45. I'm going to replace Kiner-Falefa because he's probably not going anywhere. Granted, I could put him a priority 1, which will increase over time, but I don't think he really wants it. Alright, I don't really send it. Let's see if Gleyber Torres, see if we can get him something there. So, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to try to offer Max Kepler a deal. Okay, 40-man rosters need to be set, so I'm just going to go through my rosters also. It will automatically do it, but I want to make sure any top players are on the 40-man, and then DFA any guys who are on the 40 that really shouldn't be. So this is going to be a little tedious here, but if you go over, you see 40-man, and yeah, James Korichnik should be on the 40-man. Roman Anthony, absolutely, yeah, he's my star prospect. Yeah, again, all these guys that just are high up on the overall, but not on the 40-man, I'm going to add to it, like Hagen Smith. Ooh, I do not want to do that. Add to 40-man. Okay, so I have a full one. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to go to the 40-man, find the worst guys. So, Jordan Ledger, unfortunately, you're getting DFA'd. Shane Smith. These are the guys, anyone guys with, a C or below that are below 60. So, these 3 guys I'm just going to get rid of here. Gus Varland. Yeah, he's not even in the majors there. He's getting DFA'd, and Shane Smith. Alright, so I have 3 more spaces for now. Let's just go back to the... go back to all of them here. And keep going down any guys that are at no on the 40-man. That should be. So, Benny Clark. Actually, sorry, Hagen Smith I missed. Because what's going to happen if they're not on there... essentially, they can be claimed in the Rule 5 draft, which I'm going to actually try to do some good work in the Rule 5. I'll explain that when we get there. Yeah, again, just add in these guys. Kai Bush. Okay, I think I'm good with this. I mean... Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'm good with this. I feel okay with how these are. I don't think any of these guys are really ones that are going to be claimed. These guys Rule 5 eligible, but honestly, I'm not really too worried about losing them. Actually, Walker Jenkins is not Rule 5 eligible, though. I just want to see, anyone that's worth it that I could lose. Yeah, most of these guys aren't even eligible. Okay, you'll see the Rule 5 when we get to that point. Let's go, let's see, Dalton Rushing is still... Yeah, the offer's still out there, so we'll see if it actually goes there. I'm going to skip ahead, and then I'm going to offer Max Kepler that contract. Okay, so... Arbitration, still out there. Don't really need to worry about that. Let's see. Yeah, I think we already offered it. I think it's fine. It should automatically do it if not. Dodgers are interested in a trade. Let's see what they have. Blake Trinan for Jacob Burke. Who's even... I don't know who Jacob Burke is. What's Trinan's, 74? Yeah, that sounds like a great deal. He's got a 65 overall, D potential. Trinan's at a 74. He's got a big contract, but I mean, we have a lot of money to spend. I'm gonna do that, might as well. Alright, cool. So we actually got a trade. I mean, that's gonna help down the road. Yeah, see, now you can see it's got all these arbitration offers for these guys. I think those are actually the ones I did, but anyway, they'll still do it. Alright, we still gotta wait for these free agency talks. I'm gonna skip ahead a little more. Okay, now let's see where we're at here. Gleyber Torres is not gonna sign with us, so we're gonna replace him. Let's just offer Max Kepler a contract. I'm gonna try to lock him up long-term. 4 years. I have a pretty good budget. Let's try to see what he wants for 70%. 4 years, 10.6. Alright, let's try to find another, like, mid-tier guy. Someone around, like... Nah, I don't... Lamont Wade. Yeah, let's try to get him. Alright, nothing else really that's worth it. Let's keep going ahead. And when it comes to it, so we offered him the contract. It's gonna have a few days, and like this big dramatic thing saying like decision incoming, and you'll see what happens. There we go, literally as I say it. Oh, cool. Okay, he did it. So that worked out. Normally, it's like it'll have like the big thing. It shows like a phone ringing, and then it's like, sorry, I joined whatever team. Like, or it'll be like, it's not a personal thing. I just wanted to play with, you know, whatever team. All right, so all players must have contracts tendered. Again, okay, so we have 40, so we can get rid of one guy in the 40-man roster. Owen White, let's see. You know what, sorry, Owen White, you're getting DFA'd. Skip ahead a little bit, and then... Okay, let's see what we're looking on the free agents. So Aaron Savali is close to signing. Lamont Wade looks good, too. I'm gonna try to do like one more guy in the middle. We can hopefully sign to a long-term deal. Clayton Kershaw. Okay, if we have the opportunity, I'm gonna move him actually up to number 1. But Savali, I'm gonna have him go up a little bit. If we can get Kershaw and lock him up long-term, that'll really help with the rebuild. If I'm gonna leave these three guys on here, and then I'm gonna really try to do free agents next year. So let's sim to the winter meetings. Okay, so I guess we can offer them the contract. What it does is if they're about to make a decision, even if they're not at 50%, we just go ahead and do it. So 4 years. This is probably not going to work. I'm just going to do $12 million a year. He's probably not going to do it anyway. He's probably going to get beat out by someone. Yeah, see, it's like, oh, I signed with the Yankees. Okay, you know what? I'm just not even going to try for any more free agents there, except for the other two guys I have here. So Kershaw is going up there. Savali, let's just offer him something. 6 years, 16 million. Might be a little generous for him, but might as well. You just made your first competitive offer. So 5% motivation boost. Alright. Justin Martinez went to from the Diamondbacks to the Brewers. I think, hopefully, I'm pretty sure it offered the contracts, but it might have actually, like, I might have lost some of the guys that didn't offer. I thought it automatically offers, like, arbitration and everything, but, yeah, we're still looking good there. Okay, so now we're getting to the Rule 5 draft, and this is what I mentioned. I'm hopefully going to get the number 1 here. This is what I mentioned is, the part where I'm really going to try to get some good players here. Because so the Rule 5 draft is essentially any prospects who don't make it to the majors. Okay, I've done number 1 pick here. Any prospects who don't make it to the majors within a certain amount of time, after they've had enough time in the minors, essentially, or not necessarily make it to the majors, but add it to the 40-man roster. After a certain amount of time, they can get claimed by other teams in this draft. But it's pretty strict. They have to stay on the active roster for the full season. If they don't, then they can get reverted back to the original team. So I'm really going to try to find some good guys, see if they work out, and then hopefully sign them to a long-term deal from there. Oh, that was just the lottery there. I honestly don't know with some of those contracts I offered. I feel like maybe it didn't actually offer them. I thought it had an automatic, but you can see now, like, AAA and AA are a little low there. If anything, I don't really feel like I missed anyone that's necessary, so I think we're okay anyway, but hopefully I didn't lose anyone good, but if I did, then oh no. I do just want to see if it's got the top prospects on here. I guess not yet. Maybe that'll be in the regular season. Let's just sim ahead to the Rule 5 draft and also see how these deals work out. Yeah, now it's got the dramatic thing here. Okay, cool. Got Aaron Savali too. Locked him down to a long-term deal. Again, these are the deals I'm trying to do, like long-term ones, so even if they suck for a few years, like I should say my team, not the players, my team sucks for another year or two, we'll have them for the long-term when the team's hopefully good, and we'll be like, you know, the long-term veterans there. Nick Martinez. You know what? Let's offer him while they have it there. Kershaw's up there. Again, Kershaw, if I can sign him long deal, or long-term, that would be great. I'm just going to offer these two. I don't really want to spend too much more. Alright, let's see if we can get on the Rule 5 draft here. I'm just going to go with the best players available in really any position, except for center and right, because I have those top prospects there. And catcher, I guess, because I do too. I do notice if you stick on all players, it doesn't always sort by overall, so I'm just going to say good reliever there. Let's see. Not really even that worthwhile. My starter's actually looking a little better here, so I don't really need another 70, but getting Josh Stalmont at 74 could be good. You know what? I'm going to pick him. Because again, unless these guys are really terrible, I'm going to hopefully keep him for the season and lock him up long-term then, or trade him if anything. Alright, let's see what we got for... Noli Paredes for 71 overall for closer. Let's get him there. See, not everyone even drafts Rule 5s. You can see it's like pretty much blank here just because it's so restrictive to keep them, and usually they're not even the best players anyway, but with my team being terrible already, some of these guys could be an improvement. Alright, let's see what we have for position players. So I have Andrew Vaughn first, don't need that. That's not an improvement there. Actually, yeah, none of these guys are really that much of an improvement, because my team's getting a little better. Like, Roman Anthony's already at 70 overall. Yeah, I actually don't really think I need to get anyone else. Maybe another pitcher. Let's see, relievers. Yeah, might as well get Adbert Alzolay, just get another reliever there. Okay, cool. Think we're good there. Yeah, I feel good about how that went. Alright, any of these arbitration negotiations here. Alright, let's just skip ahead a little bit. Let's see if, oops, I didn't mean to do that. See if Clayton Kershaw's ready. Nick Martinez isn't going to go. I'm just going to remove him. Alright, so yeah, really just waiting on Kershaw, and then hopefully signs, we get him long-term. Otherwise, you know, that should be good for this offseason. He's getting up there. Let me do one more week, and then hopefully sign him then. Alright, free agency, 63%. Oh, he only will do 3 years. Let's do 3 years, 18 mil. Hopefully I can extend him after this year then. Alright, and skipping ahead. Come on, you got it, Clayton. Okay, so basically with that, he hasn't signed with our team, he just doesn't like our offer. Again, I've spent not a whole lot, so I can offer him, let's do, try to get him to 80, 19.8, or 08. And that's the, I'm not gonna say that's the last deal, because I still really want to sign him. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm liking how this team is developing. I need to remove one guy from the 40-man. Jared Schuster or Tyler Gilbert? You know, Tyler Gilbert's getting up there in age, even though he's literally my age, but unfortunately you're going to be DFA'd here. And, alright, so, yes, skipping ahead to the arbitration hearings. I don't need to sign any more free agents. It's going to keep popping this up. Who was the guy that I signed long-term? How that ended up going? Dalton Rushing. Did he end up agreeing to it, or is it still kind of negotiated? I'm not sure how that went. Didn't even show up anything there. Maybe it'll pop up down the road. Renew contracts, okay. Oh, I guess that's still up there. The offer's still out there. Yeah, I guess... Oh, I think maybe it went through the arbitration. Now we're just waiting on these. I really don't know. Okay, I guess at this point, since they're not even negotiating it, I'm just going to renew the contract. I guess we'll try to get a long-term deal next year, because they're just not agreeing to it. I don't really know if that's going to happen later, but I don't want to risk losing these guys. Okay, I guess maybe I'll try to sign him long-term next year. Please let me know in the comments if you know what's going on with this, but I'm hoping, you know, to sign these guys long-term, but that's how it's going to be. Actually, let me see. Tyrell Estrada, I saw for second base, is a good free agent. Actually, Jorge Polanco, let's see if I can just get him for a little bit. Cool, okay. With these, now that we're not on the basic, like the, you know, free agent negotiations, these are the guys that didn't sign with anyone. So if I can just poach a few good ones here, like, let's see if I can find like a good shortstop, then this could be good for long term. And they're a lot easier to deal. It's like, yes, I like it, no, I don't. You know, do the other negotiations. Yeah, Paul DeYoung, might as well get him for a few years. Again, these guys are ones I could trade away after some time. Left field, we're looking good with Max Kepler. JD Davis. Okay, cool. I have 40 guys in the... I'm gonna have more on the 40-man roster, so I gotta probably knock a few guys off there. Jared Schuster, yeah, he's the guy I was gonna go before. Sorry, you're getting DFA'd. Let's see. Yeah, both these guys, unfortunately. Alright, so I also have 4 extra guys on the Major League roster I need to bump down. Like, if you look in the upper right, it's got 30 Major Leaguers, and I can only have 26, so let's just bump down the lowest guys here. So Schuster's already DFA'd, but he's getting outrighted to AAA. Iriarte is getting moved to AAA. Actually, let's do it once the season starts, because some of these guys still have the opportunity to go through waivers. Anyone that needs to be extended, we can deal with that later. Okay, so now we're at the regular season. Alright, so let's see if I need to send... Okay, it already got the lineup straightened up. Kind of what I mentioned, I have everything done automatically right now, just because I'm still in the rebuild. After this season is when I'm really going to start trying to manage the lineups and everything myself. What I did say I do, I am pretty much just going to sim all this, but I at least just want to load the first home game so you can take a good look at the stadium here, and then I'm just going to sim through the regular season. So sim through here. I just want to show like the intro. I can auto-fix the pictures. I'm going to show the intro for, excuse me, for it so you can get a good look at the stadium and kind of the team's identity. I'm going to sim through that game and then just sim through except for a few of the, you know, technical things I want to handle. You can see my team's already looking a little better on the right side there. I mean, I'm near last and everything, but I'm not dead last in anything, which is, compared to how it was last year, is a step in the right direction. And I also just want to look to see about the top prospects. So Roman Anthony's up there, Walker Jenkins. Definitely thought there'd be more. Benny Clark. Who's the best, Dalton Rushing's there, at least. Okay, so I thought I'd have more top prospects, but I still feel good about the direction the team's going. Check the sponsorships. They're the same as they were last year. Alright, you know, let's just load this just so you guys can get a good look at the stadium here and everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and sim the regular season, except for, like, the draft and everything. I might try to do a few trades also, see if I can pick up a few more prospects, but I don't want to dump any, like, top players still, but it's worth at least checking out some of these. And again, my stadium is Music City Stadium. I just thought that would be a good Nashville name. Yeah, let's go ahead. You can see my tentative lineup here. That's just how it's going to be for this year. Going into next year, it's probably going to look different. It's also going to be customized by me, not just the automatic one. All right, let's see how the stadium looks. I don't have any music on just because YouTube's flagged copyright violations before, so it seems so kind of dull here.
The Minnesota Twins going up against the Stars.
All right, here's Music City Stadium. Let's see how it looks.
John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. And since their move to this city was announced,
yeah, I downloaded kind of the template online, and I downloaded the template online and made a few edits there, and I kind of really like how the stadium looks. It holds like 46,000 people. It's very modern, just looks good overall.
They started their season on the road. This game has an opening feel to it, and then some.
It's a great day for the organization.
You get a good look at the uniforms and everything too.
And all the fans that have waited so long for it to become a reality. Should be a lot of fun. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next.
Alright, so yeah, I just want to show you guys a little bit of that. I'm going to sim through the whole game, actually. It's going to be kind of a waste here, but just sim to end the game. Skip it all. See if they win, actually. Oh, they, like, lost in, like, the top of the 9th. Oh, again, this is the rebuild year. But this is going to be, like, the rebuild year that leads into the actual good year. I might just try to get 1 or 2 prospects, see if I can get something for it, and then, but I don't want to, like, dump the whole roster like I did last year. Let's just take a look at the top prospects. Like, Sean Santiago, I have a center fielder. I have Max Kepler left, but, let's see, like, Antonio Cabrera. Let's take a look at him. He was on the Orioles. Oh, had the Orioles already. Alright, sorry, my video cut out for a second there. So I was looking at the top prospects. There are some good ones that are worth picking up, but I just don't feel like at this point I need to really do a roster dump to get prospects. Like, I want to have a good team and everything, but I don't really need to, like, I don't want to dump a whole bunch of potentially good players just to get potential prospects. Like, I feel good the way my team is doing, even though if you look on the right side, I'm still, you know, near the last and everything. But I feel like I can really do better down the road. What I'm going to start doing is just simming ahead to the draft, and I'm probably going to end the video right around the draft time, just kind of lead that into the next offseason. But I'm going to keep an eye on everything there, and then potentially still try to build up a team as needed. But again, this next offseason is really when I'm planning on doing a lot of work then. Alright, so my face is blocking here. My team's at 23 wins, right? 26 wins now. 28. So yeah, definitely looking better than last year, but not really good at all, but compared to last year, I'm already, you know, improving quite a bit. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and sim to the draft, and I think that'll do it for this video. Alright, I guess it's not letting me skip it. So you know what, I'm just gonna keep going ahead. Let's just keep with the draft here. Yeah, again, I don't run on any script, as you can tell, so I just kind of go with the flow as it comes up. And it looks like I'm the #1 pick here, so let's just dive right into it. Right fielder, Juan Nunez. I do need a right fielder, so Marcus Watson. You know what? Let's just pick Juan Nunez. I like how he still has a White Sox uniform. to see if I can just skip these, because I really don't need to know who everyone picks. Alright, and let's skip ahead to my next pick. Andreas Zapata. I have Max Kepler left, but I could potentially use a good, like, prospect left fielder. Yeah, let's take him. Again, because Kepler I signed to, what, like a 3-year deal or something, so give a few years and maybe I'll have a good prospect then. Send the next pick. Truman Pickett. Yeah, I could use a first base, I'll just pick him. Skip ahead a little more. Andy Schiff or Rico Cardona or Mustafa Ruffing. I don't really know how I feel about these guys. Let's pick the shortstop for now. Alright, round 5. What do we have? Jason Barron. I just picked those they're both shortstops. I just picked a shortstop. Let's try this Bronson Lawrence guy. And going to the last round here. Marco Casto. I don't really need a catcher just because I already have those really good prospect catchers. Let's see. These relievers. Let's go through this reliever here. I'm liking how this guy looks. Alright, I think that's going to be it for the draft there. Alright, yeah, I think, yeah, looks like that's pretty much everything there. So, I think this is about time to end this video. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to just wrap up this season and go into what's going to be probably a pretty good off-season then. So, you guys stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching.